uh, Brentford 3, Manchester United 1. you know, I feel like um we need to just accept who we are as Manchester United, like as a club, because you know what it means to lose a game, yeah, and like you're you're so emotionally disconnected. Like there is no, like, yes, you're angry, oh, but like the anger is not surprising because if West Ham United could sack Graham Potter, and Graham Potter has not played as much games as um Amorim in Manchester United, it really shows the mentality of these new owners. I'm not even gonna lie at this point. Because see this game here, I'm as a fan, like as a lover of Manchester United as a club, I am angry at the loss. But there's a part of me that is, excited because it mounts, seeing where this is going to. If the owners look at this game and it's not enough reason to sack this man during this international break, or even before tomorrow morning, it then we're in for a long ride. Like we can as well just write this season off at this point because there's no analysis to even give to this game. We were completely outplayed. We were completely, like, they took over the game from the very beginning, and there was absolutely no tactical reaction from the coach. There was absolutely no, like, this man at this point has nothing to offer. It's not even coming from a place of, oh, you're not an Amorim fan, or you're just an Amorim hater. It's not even that anymore. It's the fact that he has nothing to offer. He has no motivation to give anymore. He has experienced the lowest of the low. You understand? So how then do you motivate someone when the person you're motivating is looking at you as someone that has been experiencing the lowest of the low and has nothing more to give? Because there is no impact again to these players. There is nothing, even despite being 2-0 down, the players were not like it. Even Brentford were even more like pushing. Even when we got a goal back, Brentford were still the players on top. They never took their foot off the gas. The only, and this is why stats can be very, very deceiving. The only time it looked like we had possession of the ball was when Brentford as a team decided to sit back just to recharge, because these players in Brentford right now, they play transition football. And Amorim even said this in his interview that he's aware that. So how do you play a transition team and then you're setting up your team in a way that you are aware your defenders lack pace. Maybe aside Dogu, Dalo is not a right wing back, so he struggles in that position. But still, you play them advanced. Look at that first goal, for instance. Why? You know what? Yeah, I like. There's no one point stressing. there's no, there's no point stressing because it wasn't surprising. It wasn't like the first goal. This team, they make the impossible possible, because despite knowing that as a Man U fan, despite not really looking forward to an exciting win or even a win at all, you still get surprised by how these players concede goals. You still get surprised by the chances these players concede. And then you ask yourself, so what's the point of the training session? Because if Igor Thiago, the Brentford striker, couldn't be offside in that position, if Maguire couldn't keep that player offside, then why come on now, come on, like that's basic football. Like look, there's Mbeumo today, what, he has been corrupted. That's what it means, because he stunk the whole pitch from minute 1 to 98 or whatever it is that we play. He stunk the whole pitch. Cunha stunk the pitch. Sesko stunk the pitch. Aside the goal, by the way, that was, as much as you'd be excited for a striker getting their first goal for a club, I feel like when it comes to goal rankings, is really, yeah, because Kelleher made like 3 saves, 2 or 3 saves before the ball came to. So you can see that Sesko already had like two clear chances to put that ball in the net, but unnecessary misses. Like, so if the third chance didn't fall to him, it means those two obvious chances he had at goal would have gone like that. Then the second goal, bro, like, bro, just change the coach at this point. Change the coach. I promise you, our next 10 games will probably not have a win. I promise you. Because now this loss today makes that Chelsea game look like, obviously, if not for that red card, would have lost the game. And despite the red card, we would have lost the game. So it's like, it's just, bruh, it's completely overwhelming at this point. Then let's not even talk about Bruno. Like, that penalty miss, like, it aside, you know what? Aside even missing the penalty, it still boils down to the mentality of the team. Because look at other teams when they're about to take a penalty, especially now that VAR is involved and there are like a lot of delays and stuff, right? You see the way teams, another player picks the ball, right, and absorbs the wait time. Then when it's time to play the penalty itself, the person who is actually designated to play the penalty then walks up to play it. But you see Bruno, for the entire 4 minutes that VAR delayed before making a decision on the penalty or whether it was a red card or not, why were you holding on to the ball? Same thing happened against Fulham. It affected your concentration to play the penalty. You miss the penalty. Same thing you're doing again in this game. It boils down to the mentality the coach is transmitting to these players. It's There's no point. Tear it up, bring it down. If you have to pay the manager or pay him off, like, there is no point, because this is just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on. Our next 15 games, bruh, this will probably be our relegation season, because this man has literally set every bad record. He has literally, since 1930 something, I think it was 1937. Yeah. Uh Brentford hasn't beaten Man United back to back. Now it has happened. Under who? So it's like, bruh, he has done enough. We need a reset, especially now that these new players that we bought this season are still like at least fresh to some extent. We need a new mentality coach that would come in and change the thinking, change the atmosphere. At least let's have a manager bounce, maybe like 5 games. Let's get, bro. When was the last time as Man United fans we were excited, man? Like, it's crazy at this point, bro. But anyways, yeah, the third goal, obviously I saw it coming, because we couldn't make 5 basic passes, bro. Throughout 98 minutes, we couldn't make 5 passes. We couldn't keep 5 passes together, and that was, bro. So that third goal wasn't surprising. And the funny thing is, if the role was reversed, right, we're not getting that goal. None of our player has the confidence to do that cutting and shoot, like, bro. So I give it to Brentford. Like, it's not like we even made the game any difficult for them. So it was pretty much, I won't even call it home advantage, because if they play like this at Old Trafford, they'll probably still win us. So it's like, give it up to Brentford. Then player rating, honestly, there was no standout player today. Even though you can say Bayern there really made some saves here and there, but like, um conceding 3 goals obviously changes, the dynamic of his performance today. So there is no standout player. I guess the only positive in today's game is the fact that Sesko got his first goal for the club. So at least, it kills the whole idea of 007, and then, the player can now like breathe and get up to speed, hopefully. So that's it for today's game, and you guys can engage in the comment section or whatever. So yeah. Yeah.